Disney's upcoming live-action films seem to be terrible. The Little Mermaid has infuriated the internet because there's very little that it seems to be taking from the original movie between the character and story details we know. But another live-action film that sounds terrible is Snow White, and the lead actress, who has attacked critics in the past, has come out in an interview talking about how modern this movie is going to be. I have a bunch of things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So, this is a Bounding Into Comics article. It says Rachel Zegler says that she brings a modern edge to Disney's live-action Snow White. She's not going to be saved by the prince or dreaming about true love. Now, this to me doesn't sound like Snow White at all whatsoever, and at this point they should just make another movie with other different characters. Then people wouldn't complain. The reason why people are so upset with live action adaptations like this is because they're not trying to stick to the source material, okay? They're trying to make changes, as it says, bring modern edges to these films. If you simply slapped a new name on it and names of characters and places in the story and didn't call it Snow White, people would probably be fine with it. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm sure a lot of people who aren't supporting this remake would probably go and see a new movie. It says in Hollywood's latest regurgitating of their most favorite hollow marketing line, Rachel Zegler has asserted that Disney's upcoming live-action remake of Snow White will be bringing a more contemporary bent to the classic story. Now, this is information we kind of knew because she did hint at the fact that there were going to be modernized elements to this movie, but now we're just getting, like, official confirmation. So, taking the stage in promotion of the studio's latest attempt to lazily cash in on audiences' nostalgia, the actress informed attendees that she and the film's production team had been given a modern edge to the enduring fairy tale. Later asked by Variety what she meant by this vague declaration, she explained, "I mean, it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White. She's not going to be saved by the prince anymore," interjected Gal Gadot, who stars in the film as the evil queen, to which Zegler agreed she's not going to be saved by the prince and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. Now, this is another giant problem that we all have had with this film, is that Gal Gadot is playing the evil queen. Okay, the evil queen was supposed to be jealous of Snow White's beauty. I am sorry, but Gal Gadot, there are very few women who are more beautiful than her, let's be honest. She is an extremely beautiful woman. I mean, just looks, never mind the fact that she's smart, she's talented, she's a great actress, all of those different things. But it makes absolutely zero sense why you would cast her as the evil queen. Now, with this film, I have talked about the fact that they did decide to race swap Snow White because, of course, Rachel Zegler is a Latina, and they're pushing this as like a Latinx movie, which also has infuriated people, but they're changing everything about this. I mean, I had previously talked about the Seven Dwarves, how they are no longer having the dwarves, but they're replacing them with like CGI magical creatures because Peter Dinklage decided to complain about this movie even though he wasn't in it, and that sounded absurd. The fact that they're putting a modern twist on this sounds absurd, and she's not going to be saved by a prince. And I think that it's fine to, maybe flesh out her story a little bit more, maybe add some more detail in here. But without the prince and the Seven Dwarves, there's absolutely zero point to make this movie because those were core elements to the previous Snow White film. And they talk about how, oh, she's not going to be saved by a prince and she's not dreaming about true love. Again, core elements to this character. I don't know why Hollywood thinks that it's bad that you have, a princess being saved by a prince, but it's not bad. and we need to stop pushing that idea. Hollywood needs to grow the fuck up and just accept the fact that we are going to still get stories where there are princesses and princes and people fall in love. It's just as simple as that. And the reason why we're going to get stories like that is because they sell. They're going to realize eventually, whether it's in a year, 2 years, maybe even 5 years, who knows, that these woke movies do not sell. These modernized films and products are not bringing in new audiences, and they're pushing away your older audiences. Eventually, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board, and they're going to have to go, ugh, okay, this really isn't working. And then they're going to, unfortunately, even though they've lost consumers, have to act like all of this didn't happen. And with every single movie they put out that's a modern remake or a new interpretation of a story, they're only digging their graves deeper. The actress also said she's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, brave, and true. And so it's really just an incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in. Again, they're pushing this idea that romance is bad, and it's not. Now, this isn't the only controversial statement that has surrounded this movie. I mean, Rachel Zegler herself has made a lot of questionable posts on social media, like I've mentioned. She had posted about, loving critics in the right direction, even though she had previously attacked them. This was an article back at the beginning of 2022. She responded to an article from Vice News reporting that Rittenhouse had been charged with murder tweeting a 17-year-old murderist, a white supremacist, all these different things. And then she had previously made tweets like kind reminder that this is the person who aspired to be a cop, so abolish the police because, oh my God, sit the hell down ists. And she's just gone crazy on social media with attacking people who she just disagrees with. And hey, listen, I think that it's fine to put your opinions on social media. I think that it is okay. You are a human being. But when you go into that territory of just outright attacking people, that's what I don't agree with. And we're talking about a Hollywood actress doing this. It just makes her look really, really bad and also kind of entitled. But, again, this movie has faced a lot of controversy, not just because of the lead actress, but also because of the 7 dwarves. I did talk about this in a previous video, but Disney instantly caved to woke criticism of live-action Snow White film from Peter Dinklage because he was complaining about the 7 dwarves, and they decided only a couple of days after he made a statement about it to remove the 7 dwarves, and they're being replaced with CGI, magical, mystical creatures. And he's not even part of this movie, so they were listening to some random Hollywood actor who was complaining about it. And yes, I think that Peter Dinklage is a fantastic actor. I really love him. I loved him in Game of Thrones. Cyrano was great. I think that he's overall a very solid actor, don't get me wrong. But if he's not part of this project, they shouldn't be listening to what he has to say about it. But like I mentioned, lots of controversy surrounding this movie, and I don't think the controversy is going to die down anytime soon. They did announce that this is coming out mid-2023, and I think that when we finally get the first teasers and trailers, the backlash is just going to explode for this film, and people are definitely not going to be happy with it. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.